in Nha An province, Vietnam. Today marks the genesis of a powerful alliance where tradition meets technology and aspirations unite to forge a new era of collaboration. Your presence here embodies the spirit of partnership and highlights the significance of the bond between our nations. May I please invite Mr. 𝗙cie𝗵𝗹𝗶, Chairman, Northern Region, India, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to give his opening remarks and welcome address.
So, greetings from the Indian Chamber of Commerce. Its chamber is started in 1925 by Mr. 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶 under the encouragement of Mahatma Gandhi himself. So, this is the first chamber of this country. Would you like to? Okay, should I? Okay. It's an honor for me to welcome all the eminent speakers, the business delegates from the Nha An province. Very, very warm welcome to you. 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗁 𝗂𝗽𝗱, as we would say in Hindi. I would especially like to mention His Excellency 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁, Ambassador of Vietnam, Mr. 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗋, who is the Secretary of the Nha An Provincial Party Committee to the program, Mr. 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁, the Vice Director of Center of Investment, Trade and Tourism, Mr. 𝗙𝗚𝗄𝗍𝗓, OSD States, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, my colleague and dear friend, Mr. 𝗂𝗵𝗲, who heads the Tourism and Aviation Airlines National Committee of the Indian Chamber of Commerce, media, the friends from the media, to everyone here, welcome. India-Vietnam relations are one of India's most important bilateral relations in Southeast Asia. In 1992, India and Vietnam established extensive economic ties, including oil exploration, agriculture, and manufacturing. In July 2007, the relation between the two countries was elevated to the level of strategic partnership, and in 2016, it further elevated to comprehensive strategic partnership. From a very small $200 million of bilateral trade in the year 2000, we have grown this number to 14.4 billion as of the financial year 21-22. India is amongst the top 8 trading partners of Vietnam, whereas Vietnam is the 15th largest trading partner of India and the 4th in Southeast Asia. India and Vietnam have, as Mr. 𝗙𝗚𝗍𝗓 said, Kabul Dost a little while back, have really supported each other in various international forums and organizations demonstrating their commitment to global cooperation. For example, Vietnam backed India's bid to become a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council and to join the Asia-Pac Economic Cooperation. Vietnam's well-known 𝗂𝗵𝗧 reforms since 1986 has ensured that it has become a manufacturing hub of high-technology products while still maintaining its strength for traditional agriculture, fishery, forestry products, etc. Both India and Vietnam have similar industrial product lists, and there are adequate opportunities in automotive, in textile, leather, chemical, plastic, agro-processing, agro-machinery, infrastructure, ID, healthcare for entrepreneurs on both sides to explore.
The Central Committee of the Communist Parties of Vietnam, the Party Chief of Nha An Province, Northern Region Indian Chamber of Commerce, ladies and gentlemen and friends from the press. I am delighted to be here at this. This event is timely to create a stimulus for strengthening cooperation, which has been there for many years between Nha An Province and India. As you all know, Vietnam and India has been closely connected. I can never forget the support from India. And we are very touched when we see thousands of Indian people on the street sharing support for Vietnam national independence. When they chanted, Cho Manam, Amanam, Vietnam, Vietnam, meaning My name, your name, Vietnam, Vietnam. And nowadays, Vietnam and India are even closer. Not only because we have direct flights, but in our policy, Vietnam considers India as one of the most important partners. And in fact, India is one of the 5 comprehensive strategic partners of Vietnam. We are pleased to witness Vietnam-India comprehensive strategic partnership going from strength to strength. We have very good political relations. This year alone, our 2 prime ministers met 3 times on the sidelines of the international conferences. Our security and defense cooperation are excellent. Our trade revenue reached $50 billion last year, and our people-to-people connectivity has never been this strong. I would like to especially to share with you that in the last 11 months of 2023, there are 11 million tourists come to Vietnam, in which India is in the top 10 countries which have the most tourists go to Vietnam. And Vietnam received 352,200 Indian tourists in the last 11 months, which means that every day there are 1,067 Indian people go to Vietnam. And it has never been so easy to travel between our 2 countries. Now we have 60 direct flights a week from different cities: New Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Kochi, and Tamil Nadu, Kolkata to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. It's just 4 hours or 4 hours and a half hours long. We do not have updated statistics on the number of Vietnamese people to come to India, but I'm confident that many Vietnamese people want to go to India. First, for the Buddhist sites, such as Bodh Gaya and Varanasi, etc. But more and more Vietnamese people would like to go to many other places of interest in this beautiful country. Seeing is believing. I do believe that more people come, more people travel, the more business opportunities will arise. In spite of many achievements so far, our cooperation is still modest compared to our potential and expectation of both sides. Take, for example, trade. Our trade turnover last year of $15 billion is just 2% of Vietnam's trade with the world. The investment between our 2 countries is small, in which India has invested more than $1 billion in Vietnam, and Vietnam has invested more than $13 million to India. So after COVID-19 pandemic, it's perfect time to strengthen our partnership for the mutual benefits. Both Vietnam and India are ambitious in our development goals. India set the target of becoming a developed country by 2047. Vietnam set the target by 2045. Our strategic interests are converged. My message is that we need to translate our friendship and good political relationship into effective partnership for the benefit of our people, localities, and businesses. Now I will welcome His Excellency Mr. Thay Thanh Quý, the member of Central Committee of the Communist Parties of Vietnam, the Party Secretary of Nghệ An Province, and the whole delegation. Nghệ An is one of the most dynamic provinces in the center of Vietnam, with great transportation network and infrastructure, including a special economic zone and industrial parks, with many incentives. His Excellency Mr. Thay Thanh Quý will have a lot more to say about the province. 150 million people and more than 60 major economies of the world, thanks to the FTA. His Excellency Thay Thanh Quý, I think you have made the right decision to come to India. India is the economy by global 7%, and India's GDP ranked the 5th in the global economy. And we will soon discussion and interaction to open more opportunities, new opportunities for doing business with Nghệ An province. With that, I wish you all the best. All the best for the cooperation between Nghệ An province and India. So thank you all very much.
Thưa ông Nguyễn Thanh Hải, Đại sứ đặc mệnh toàn quyền Việt Nam tại Ấn Độ. Thưa ông 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗋𝗀 chuyên trách ban Bộ Ngoại giao của Chính phủ Ấn Độ. Thưa ông 𝗙ṛći𝗹𝗹𝗵𝗶 Chủ tịch Phòng Thương mại Ấn Độ, khu vực phía Bắc. Thưa ông,
is one of the most healthy and dynamic business hubs in the world in recent years. You can see a lot of assessment from the Modi, 𝗙់ឆ 𝗹𝗹 and also Europe. And now I would like to move on to the main highlight about investment promotion, investment environment. I will show you five points about 𝗂𝗵𝗲𝗰𝗶 province. The first is we have to receive the support a lot from the central government. 𝗂𝗵 is the localities that the central government have paid a serious attention to and given specific policy mechanism, allocated more resources for infrastructure investment, and higher decentralization to implementing investment procedure about investment land lending. All of this creating favorable conditions for investors to quickly implement investment procedure.
His Excellency, dear friend and colleague, Ambassador of Vietnam, Mr. Nguyen Thanh Hai, and the leader of the delegation from Hlaing An province, Mr. Thai Thanh Phi, and the Indian Chamber of Commerce Northern Region Head, Mr. Nikhil Kanodia-ji, and 𝗙𝗵𝗲 also I have a very dear friend, Mr. 𝗵𝗵𝗏 who is been a long-term member of Parliament and has kindly joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, India and Vietnam, when we mention Vietnam, a very warm feeling that evokes in our minds. That is due to the fact that we had gone through similar historical experience of getting freedom through colonial rule. And in this process, our leaderships have very closely, very intimately interacted. That sets the background of great warmth, bonhomie, and goodwill. Today, I've been asked to give my text of speech in writing, which is actually a little different from how we do. But for the benefit of the visiting delegation, I would try to stick to my written text. I'm very privileged to join this August gathering to welcome the high-level delegation from Hlaing An province and discuss how to further and deepen collaboration that happily exists between our two countries. A very warm welcome, Your Excellency, and each member of your delegation. I hope you will have a pleasant and productive visit to India. It's very easy to discuss about business opportunities. Before me, eminent speakers have elaborated the opportunities in different areas and the background. I would put in perspective that the manner Vietnam has been recording success both in war and now in peacetime during business, they have made rapid strides and have become leaders in agriculture, manufacturing, pharmaceutical, various areas that you take. And they have so proactively tied up trade agreements with ASEAN countries plus China, Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand, ASEAN plus these countries, East Asia trade agreement, plus access to European region, plus Trans-Pacific. Of course, it has gone through a little pause. But the point is that they are very disciplined, and with their determination, Vietnam is emerging as a rapid economic force. And India, at the same time, is also witnessing economic takeoff, as our Honorable Prime Minister describes, 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗋, which is basically what we are doing is what European developed countries took long time, several decades. We are going to telescope and make rapid strides in a couple of decades. In this exciting journey, we will do well to associate with, as Ambassador said, like-minded friends. Whatever leadership has formulated strategic partnership between Vietnam and India, because we are like-minded and we have stable political relations, and our futures are also intertwined, and we will do well to interact, collaborate for the benefit of both of us. And in this exciting process, I'm very happy that now we are taking the collaboration to provincial level, that you have brought delegation, and we, the Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, are committed to facilitate, assist and promote collaboration among provinces of Vietnam and also states and union territories of India. We have identified the sectors of collaboration that we shall work not only in Vietnam, in India, but also there is immense potential for designing and aspiring projects in third countries, in Asia, in Africa also, utilizing our synergy between India and Vietnam, your ability to quickly implement projects, and also India's ability in fundamental sciences, space science, information technology and agriculture. This is a great synergy, collaborative work that we can do. I would like to heartily congratulate the Ambassador and his team, who is doing excellent work in promoting collaboration. And in this wonderful event, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. And as we come to the end of the year 2023 and head to the new year 2024, I would like to wish you all a very happy, prosperous new year. Look forward to doing more and more work with you. Thank you very much.
In my speech, it was mentioned good morning. So, friends, Chow Mun, then Indo. Honorable Excellency, the Ambassador, I would say the most dynamic Ambassador of Vietnam in India, Excellency Mr. 𝗙់, the Secretary of the Ministry of External Affairs, my friend Mr. 𝗂𝗽𝗓, and of course the leader of the delegation, Mr. Hong Wen. I would like to, and each and every one of you, I would like to express my heart's sense of gratitude and sincere thanks for having spared the time, and Honorable Member of Parliament, thank you, Excellency, for coming. Well, friends, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries on the dais. I've already mentioned Excellency Ambassador, Mr. Van Thong, and all the people I've named. As friends, you know, Indo-ASEAN registered a bilateral trade of 131.5 billion in 22-23. The trade, these are the takeaways of this session. ASEAN for 11.3% of India's global trade in 2023. Countries, in order to improve strategic relations and empower only the economy. The area of potential coverage, both Vietnam and India, in healthcare, Vietnam, whereby 80% of the population will be covered by health insurance. India too has been focusing on the need to deliver accessible and affordable health insurance to the weaker sections of the society. And what the Prime Minister has done is, e-medicine, which is something that even in the remotest villages, the poorest of the poor has access through digitalization, and we have every second more than 3,586 transactions taking place. Well, friends, in the energy sector also, it's a crucial area for Vietnam, since Vietnam expects power consumption to grow from 10% to 12% annually until 2030. Here much more can be done, like deals in gas exploration. The Vietnamese companies, moreover, to reduce carbon footprint, the greenhouse gas emission, the country should rely on renewable-led pathways. This would also significantly lower sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide emissions. Indian Chamber for giving us an opportunity to host the Vietnamese delegation. Thank you. God bless.